I'm watching everybody talk. Don's in my name. Everybody thinks it's me.
Hey,
How's everybody doing?
Why didn't my thing start?
I don't know. Can anybody hear me?
Barbara's didn't start either.
Hey guys, let me know if you can hear me.
There it goes.
Hello.
Can you hear her?
Can you guys hear us? I want to make sure the microphone's working. Just give me a thumbs up.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yay! 6 o'clock. It's glitz and glitter time, guys. So if you have not been with me on a live, welcome in. I do at least 2 a month. I do 1 on Amazon and I do 1 on my channel. Sometimes I add more in, and if I add more in, I give you guys announcements about that. So I do at least 2 a month. And we always do giveaways. We do have a giveaway today. I don't do as many giveaways on my channel as I do on the Amazon. Hey guys, welcome in. I'm going to let a few people come in and then we'll get started. So we have 2 projects. I always do an epoxy project and I always do a UV project on the lives. And I've got lots of reveals. I was playing around with the molds this week and we made a ton of them. Even Don made one.
I made one?
He doesn't know. He doesn't do the time travel thing well with me when we're doing like 2 weeks in advance. He doesn't realize what we're doing. I know a lot of you have a snowstorm and an ice storm coming in tonight. I'm so sorry. That stinks for you guys because today we were in shorts and t-shirts in Florida. It's really warm here today. I didn't even need a jacket. So sorry for you guys. I really hope your power stays on. At least you can do something tonight. Keep warm, turn your fireplace on, turn your heat up a little bit, and get cozy, grab some popcorn. I'm going to try not to keep you 2 hours. I don't know what's going to happen. Once I start getting into the UV resin, I usually end up going quite long. So we are going to do a new mold from Let's Resin today. They are these little tiny turtles. They fit in your hand. They're about that big. You're going to get 2 of them in the package. So we're going to do those. I'm going to do 1 for you. I'm going to start 1 and then finish 1. And then I've got a whole bunch of reveals. And then we're going to do cabochons. They're a cabochon kit that has the closed back bezels. So we're going to do those tonight. And after we're done with the turtles, we're going to give away 2 sets of those turtles. And then when we're done with the cabochons, we're going to give away 1 set of the cabochons. So we do a little bit less giveaways on my channel than we do on Amazon. So if you're new here and you like the lives and you want to try to get into these giveaways, make sure every first Saturday of every month you are in Amazon, the Let's Resin storefront, and that's where I do my lives. And they start at 7 p.m. So if you're on my channel, they start at 6 o'clock because that's my normal channel time for everybody. But for Amazon, I start at 7, so you could watch my normal one at 6 and then move over to Amazon at 7. So that's coming up, I think, February 7th, if that's the first Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it's the 7th. So that should be fun. We've got a Valentine thing going on for that day. Let me see if I can flip my screen somehow. Yep, let me flip my screen. And we're going to get you set up on the table here. And there's the little guy. I'm going to get my gloves on. So I was thinking about how many different ways can I do these. And I came up with 6 so far. I mean, you can do these a million different ways. I know people like to do those frogs all the time. And there's a million different ways to do the frogs. Well, this is basically the exact same thing in a turtle shape. You just pour, if you want it 2 layers, or if you want to paint on some powders, pour it once. I'm going to do it kind of like Valentine-y today. Well, kind of the love reddish theme. And we're going to use, what did I do with them? I just had them here. We're going to use the flowers. Here they are. I am going to put some dried flowers in reds and blacks. I thought about these two, but I think I'm going to stick with, you know what, I'm going to use these because I've already done a red and black one. So I'm going to do them a little bit different. And the one that I am unmolding is, it's got flowers in it. Well, not unmolding. I've already unmolded it. So this does not hold much. When I first got these molds from them, I was looking everywhere. I could not find, because I know that they print on all of their molds, and it's very accurate. Let's Resin prints how much volume it holds. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to message them. I'm like, how much does this hold? Then they pointed out it's right here in this corner. It's very hard to read unless you have, maybe grab some powder, put it in there or something. It's really, really tiny, but these hold 2.58 ounces, fluid ounces. So you measure theirs by fluid ounces. I have these sticks here because I want to just pour his shell, and I need to prop his head up so the resin doesn't go down in his head. So that's what the sticks are for. I'm going to go ahead and mix up 3 ounces today. I'm just going to use the regular 1-to-1 epoxy. That's it. We're going to pour just the shell, place our flowers, and set that one aside. So let me just grab the epoxy, and I'm doing clear. I'm not doing anything fancy. Anybody can do this. I'm trying to keep things on lives as simple as possible, so I know there's a lot of beginners out there. And I don't want to get too complicated for you guys. I want you to be able to feel confident in doing the projects that I'm doing. So Let's Resin is 1-to-1. So 1.5 of A and 1.5 of B. And then I'm going to mix it with the hand mixer. Now when I do these lives sponsored by somebody, I know I read comments in the past that I was explaining everything too much, almost like a commercial. I'm not trying to be a commercial, guys. Let's Resin or Rolia or whoever sponsors the lives, I want to give them the best show, if you want to call that, as possible. So I do like to explain all the equipment that I'm using because, like I said, there are tons of new people every single day, and I can tell that from the subscribers that go into the channel. So I do like to explain all the equipment in case somebody new out there has no idea what's going on. So Let's Resin epoxy is 1-to-1 by volume, not by weight. So the markings on the cup are by volume. You do get cups in the kits. These are great little cups, especially the ones that have the 1/2 ounce marks. Then you can do like your odd numbers without guessing. And then I typically always use this one. This is the hand mixer. It does come with a stand. I always hold mine though, but you can use it on the stand hands-free if you want to. And the AI button right here on the side times you for 4 minutes. And at the 2-minute mark, it's going to slow down and stir the last 2 minutes. About half speed, maybe a little more than half speed. And I don't know why they do that, but they did it, and it's supposed to do that. So in case you get this hand mixer and you wonder what happened, it's programmed to go slower speed for the last 2 minutes.
Somebody from Saudi Arabia.
Somebody's from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Welcome in, you guys. It always amazes me, all the different countries that come in and join us on these things. Any day, actually, not just on live. So welcome in. So talking about other countries.
Please feel free to send invitations.
The giveaways, unfortunately, you have to have a United States address to receive the prize because Let's Resin uses their U.S. Amazon store to mail them out to you. And they do mail them very quickly. So you do have to have a U.S. address for these particular lives through Let's Resin. And that's their rules. And then but other things that we do are different than that. But today is definitely a U.S. address. So I just kind of work it around the whole cup. And then I'm going to get a stick once it's finished and just scrape my sides and my bottom. This is like really simple. We don't have any colorings to mix in here right now. I'll be probably doing some colorings a little later for the UV project. But just clear resin. That's all I want. And it came out so beautiful. But I did do several different types of turtles, so you could see all these different kinds of ways that I did this past week. Now, what I started doing, if you want to see how I made all of my reveals today, make sure you subscribe to my channel because there are videos on all of the things that I have made for my reveals today. So if you like the reveals and you want to know how I did them, they're going to be on my channel in the next 2 weeks. So, there's no, that way you guys, if you like fell in love with it and you're like, how did you do that? Then you're going to be able to see how I did it. You got 40 seconds left. Then we're going to scrape the sides and the bottom and then put it in this bubble remover. So if you have questions, make sure you put them in all cap locks. That way Barbara and Don can see them. Barbara is my mod tonight, as every night on the live, and she is under Barbara Valenti. So if you see her in the comments, she is my moderator. She's going to be giving you the discount codes. So there's 2 discount codes to use for the next few days. She will put the dates in there for me. And if you plan on shopping in the next few days, use those codes for Let's Resin so that they know that that's where you saw the products, or that's when you were purchasing the products. Otherwise, my description box has my normal everyday codes, but I like them to know where the views are coming from, where the sales are coming from, just so they can kind of figure it out themselves if we should continue doing the lives or not. So I'm just tapping all the extra resin off. That's all. I set that aside. I don't clean those ones until I use them about 3 or 4 times. Once they've been used 3 or 4 times, you get a nice buildup of resin on them, and it's very easy to peel it off. Now, the mini mixer and the large mixer heads, I clean immediately after I use them with alcohol and paper towels. But these ones I just let sit and drip in the drip mat that it comes with. And then I will peel it off once it gets all the way done.
Do you have to have a mixer and bubble remover to be successful?
If you're going to sell products, the question was, do you have to have a mixer and a bubble remover to be successful? You don't need a mixer, that's for sure. You can tell when your resin is mixed. As long as you're not seeing cloudiness or stringiness, your resin is mixed. You could do it by hand all day long. If you're going to be selling your products and you need them bubble free, I highly recommend getting this or a vacuum chamber. This is set for 5 minutes automatically. You just press down for a second on the lid, it'll catch. It's going to run itself for 5 minutes. But yeah, if you're going to sell, if you're serious about the craft and you're going to sell the products, I highly recommend doing whatever you have to do to get the bubbles out. I bought my first vacuum chamber probably 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and I use it on basically every project, and it's been a game changer for the bubbles. You really don't get any unless you're stirring them in yourself after you've removed it. You don't have to have a pressure pot. I just now got one after 3 years. I love it, don't get me wrong, but it's not a necessity. But if you're getting very, very serious into it, you want high prices for your products, I would recommend a pressure pot too. So this is going to count down from 5 minutes. You can adjust the time, and you can turn it to the right if you want to add time, 30 seconds at a time, or turn it to the left to decrease the time. You could press the button in quickly, and it'll kind of take a little pressure out if you think it's going to bubble over. Or you could press and hold this button until it shuts off. It will degas all by itself, get all the air pressure out of there, and then remove the lid on that. So this one, there's nothing to turn, there's no valves, there's nothing like that. It's basically press a button, let the bubbles come out, and let it degas on its own. So I
got a comment here. So I understand, but lately I see you have been promoting Diana Kapoor, very little Roleo.
Diane Kapoor's, are they
Diana
talking
Kapoor,
about?
very little Roleo.
I'll be doing another Roleo live here pretty soon. We're just working out the details. So I do them as I'm asked. I do use Roleo products on my channel a lot. A lot of their, well, Roleo is mostly colorings. So I do use Roleo colorings quite a lot. Between them and Diane Kapoor's and Let's Resin, it's kind of all equal, I guess, because they're all very good quality. But as far as lives go, I've done a live for Rolio. I'll be doing another one as soon as we work out the details. All right, this has two.
Somebody want to know about your products that you sell online and Etsy and eBay, whatever.
I don't sell on Etsy. Yeah, I have a store. You can click on the link in the description box. It's in eBay. I only have an eBay store. That's it. I have glitters. I have molds. All my demos go on there. So the pieces that I have made go on there. That's pretty much it. I have the little trays for the dual light in there now. So if you're needing a tray, I do have those. But yeah.
Have you ever used Mad Micas before?
Never heard of Mad Micas before. This has about 2 minutes to go. And if I need to add time, I'm just looking at it from the side, and you can see how high the bubbles have risen. And you can tell and adjust as you go if you need to adjust more time. So if you're working with pressed flowers like this, you really want to see the flowers. You want to make sure all the bubbles are out. So I may have to add time to this one. I'm not sure until the end. Until it gets to the end, and I will just add 30 seconds at a time. It's about half done. So I'm thinking I'm going to add a couple seconds to this. So I added it up to 2 minutes just to give it a little extra time, because you want a completely bubble-free shell, because the shell does have some marks on it. You don't want any more hindrance if you're going to be doing pictures or flowers or whatever you're going to put in there. Try to get the bubbles out. Now you can use a heat gun. You can pour it in a little bit at a time. Use your heat gun to pop the bubbles. Pour a little more. The heat gun's going to lower the viscosity, get a little more watery, and pop the bubbles too. So that is another option for you if you don't want to get this. You just have to be vigilant and get all the bubbles out with your heat gun, and know that your resin is going to get much thinner if you do it that way. I'm going to, if you wanted to, you could use 4-hour fast cure and put the flowers in. I did not have any problems with the epoxy as far as I want them to float on the back, put it that way.
Got a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
I want to know if I could use resin on top of UV.
I don't recommend regular epoxy and UV bonding together because they don't have a permanent bond. If that piece gets warm, they can separate. I'm not a big fan of it. I do it sometimes if it's on a keychain or something, which is probably the worst thing to do because it goes in people's pockets, it gets warm, and then it could peel off. I recommend epoxy to epoxy and UV to UV, because then it's a more permanent bond and you cannot peel the two apart. They are different products, so there's not that perfect bond that you would want. This is almost done. It's got 30 seconds, but I'm going to add another 30 seconds because it's not quite finished. Now, there's always going to be surface bubbles on any vacuum chamber that you purchase. Those are always going to be there when you shut your machine off.
How many ounces can you place in that machine?
You can split it up between cups. I have not pushed this one to its limit, but I would say you could probably put 3 of those cups in, and you don't want them any more than half full anyway, because it will come out and over. So for it, probably 12 ounces. If you're going to do the fast cure resin, though, I would do less in your cup, because fast cure resin is very thick, and these are not as powerful as a vacuum chamber to get those bubbles out. So you might have to go a lot longer with fast cure resin and do shallower in your cups. But the epoxy resin shouldn't be any problems. All right, this is about done. I'm going to go ahead and push it in and cancel it.
Can you make a comment on that this isn't in Amazon Live, that you can talk about your products?
Oh, yeah, you guys, we're not in Amazon. Amazon has different rules as far as what we're allowed to talk about, what we're not allowed to talk about. You guys can talk about whatever you need to talk about in this chat. But I do say, please be respectful. Let's Resin is the person who is sponsoring this one, so I really don't want, their competitors being discussed or things like that. But you could talk about it here.
A couple people said they've been having issues with their bubble remover on there. What would cause it not to remove the bubbles?
It would be how thick your resin is, if your house is too cold. There's a lot of factors right now because it's winter here in the U.S. If your resin is too cold, you might want to put one of the sides in a warmer or a warm bath before you pour it and mix it, get it thinned out a little bit, get it a little bit warmed up. It totally depends because this is the 1-to-1 and it is 100% cleared. So I didn't have any problems with that. And I've had that one for quite a while. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be for this one and the one I'm going to finish. All I'm going to do is pour the back as gentle as I can because I don't want to incorporate the bubbles. And I'm just pouring the shell. A little bit's going to go down in the head, but that's okay because it's clear and you won't be able to tell from the back coat. And if you see any bubbles, now's the time to get them out. Like I said, you could use a lighter. You could use alcohol, heat gun. Just don't use a torch on your molds, guys.
What do you think about the new resin dispenser from Let's Resin?
I don't know anything about that resin dispenser. I don't have one. I have not even seen a demo on it yet. I would imagine it's going to be a pretty cool tool. Eventually, I would think I would be getting one, but I'm not. They haven't said anything yet. So, I don't know anything about it, guys. If you guys know about it or have one, chime in about it. It's going to be great for people who have problems with their hands and lifting these heavy gallon jugs because it's going to pump it out for you. I do know that. All right, just grab the flowers of your choice. I'm going to do these. I have not done one with all these. And I think what I'm going to do is, I use my tweezers to do this. I pick kind of a center one that I want to be able to see. And let's do this bright yellow one. So we're working upside down. You're going to want to flip everything the opposite way. So you're not going to see the reveal until it's done. And just drop them on your resin. I'm not pushing them under. I'm just floating them. Then I'm just going to go around and add a whole bunch of different colors for a change. I have not done one like this. This is one of those little cute little things. I love those. I'm just going to place them anywhere. No rhyme or reason. But do the things that you want to show in the front first, like these little things, and then cover up the back pieces with the larger ones. You could use your greenery. I have baby's breath here, but I'm just going to wing it. I don't have a plan. I never have a plan. I'm always just doing whatever I do. Here's this little pink one. And we'll do a purple one. Flip them over because there is a front and a back to these. And here's a little tiny baby one. Get the little tiny baby ones in the front or you're not going to see them. See how cute that is? I'll put that up there. Let's do, what color didn't I do? I haven't done this pink color yet. I'll flip it over and just lay them wherever. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. Here's a white daisy, except I don't want that one on there. Flip it over. You're not going to see all of each flower. The only one you're going to see all of is that very first center one that I put down. And I think what I'm going to do, since I don't want to waste the flowers not seeing anymore, I'm going to put these away and pull out my baby's breath. And that's a great filler. Or if you have greenery, you can do the greenery behind. Let me just put these aside.
Can you use Let's Resin Fast Cure to top coat?
Sure. You can use Fast Cure to top coat. I would recommend tabletop though. That's even better. All right. These I'm just going to break apart. Just pop them off and I'm going to fill in all that negative space that I see. Well, probably not all of it, but a lot of it. I'm not going to do the little stems that have nothing on them though. Just going to put those in here. If I am missing something out of the video tonight, in my description box because I wasn't quite sure which way I was going to go. Let me know in the comments and I will link it. I will add it to the links. Like, I think I forgot to put the baby's breath in there. That's why I'm thinking about that. And I think I put a different flower in, but there's not a ton of negative space. I'm just going to add a couple more. Fill them in here. We'll leave that one on the stem. And I think that's all the space that I have. And you can rearrange them if you need to.
About Barbara being our moderator. Somebody just...
Barbara Valenti is our moderator, guys. Please don't, like, report her or anything, or we'll have to start removing people. Most people know Barbara. She's part of my channel. She's my mod for every single live. So if you're new here, Barbara Valenti is her name. She's the one putting up the discount codes for you quite often because the chat goes by quickly.
Mini Scene GB that is cautioning everybody.
About what? Okay, so that's all I do. That's it for here. All you're going to do, I'm going to just throw this away real quick, is set that aside and let it cure. So I'm just going to carefully move this one aside. And I still have resin left for a reason. But I want to get this aside so it can cure for tomorrow. And I will bring out the one that I have ready. So this one I did with black and red flowers and a little bit of greenery. What I want to do with this one is use my crushed crystal to make the background, the rest of the turtle. I'm going to get a pretty big spoon for this. I know we use the crushed crystal very sparingly, but not today. I don't want to. I want to kind of color my resin with it. So I'm going to dump in a few spoonfuls, which looks craziness if you know that how you use this stuff. I'm going to carefully, although you really won't see bubbles, even if I stirred some in with all of this crushed crystal. And it's going to be very sparkly. This is a nice and shiny mold, so you shouldn't have any restrictions on what you can pour in it. So I'm just trying to get it evenly.
Which machine do you prefer most, a vacuum chamber or pressure pot?
Me personally, because I do this on such a large scale, I use a vacuum chamber with the external pump, just because of the amount of things that I do as far as resin, silicone, things like that. If you're just a hobbyer, you don't really need that big of a thing, or you don't have the space for it, then you can just get a normal bubble remover and you should be fine.
And Wildcat wants to know if you can do a chessboard soon.
I have done a chessboard. It's in my channel. I probably won't be doing another one. The only reason I don't do chessboards is because the pieces are a nightmare to get out and most of them break on me. And I just don't have the time to keep redoing pieces and pieces. But I do have 1 or 2 chessboards already on my channel. With this one, I noticed on this mold how you would normally get a bubble in the neck area of the turtle. I've not gotten one bubble yet on this particular mold. You can see it filling up and there's not any bubbles at all.
Do alcohol inks and resin ruin handmade molds?
Alcohol inks and resin ruin handmade molds? No. I use them every day. You can't, I mean, they tell you not to spray handmade molds with alcohol, just alcohol on its own. It will shorten the life, which it will. That's it. That's all I'm going to do with this one. I just wanted it pearly to go up against all of those flowers, so I'm just going to move this one aside. And I'm going to dump what's left, in a mold real quick. I'm just going to throw it in a pennant mold so I can move it out of the way. And then I will show you the finished products. Let me just get this in here so I don't waste any resin. all of these are not clean. Otherwise, I'd be using my hearts. One last one. Oh, two last ones. Never mind. You have so much more than you ever think when you're pouring these things. Whoops. Actually, three last ones. Oh, what's going in there now? All right. And that's all I got for the epoxy. I'm going to go ahead and show you the reveals. So I did fairly well on timing for that. I did lots of reveals for you. Let me just put a few things back and move these aside. I'm going to take my gloves off for just a few minutes because it's very hot, like I said. And then we'll do the first giveaway. So the first one I'll show you is the one most similar to the one I just poured. And this is what it looks like. This is poured with crushed crystal. I put a little less crushed crystal in this one than I did in the one I just poured. I put a flower, like a flowery, I don't know what kind of flower that is, but it was pretty cool. So I stuck one up in his head. I painted the eyes, of course. I put the center flower in and then a bunch of pink baby's breath. Poured it with the crushed crystal, like I said, and then I just put a line of rhinestones around the shell. And that's all. It's beautiful. It's clear. There's no bubbles in it. There's no bubbles in his head. It's perfect. And then I decided, you know what? Let's do a whole bunch more. So on the Valentine theme, I did this one. So I took some sprinkles that I had in my cupcake stash and I stuck them in the shell, let that cure in clear resin, and then I poured this with my passion glitter that I have in the eBay store, and then I just put gold pearls all the way around the shell. So that was that one. And then this one I painted with the red chrome powder by Let's Resin. This is Elegance glitter, which is like a chunky pink holographic. And I poured the body with that. I poured it all, actually. All I did was paint the shell with the chrome powder, poured it all with glitter. As you could see, if you look really close in the shell, you could see the glitter shining through. So I did this all in one pour. So that's the red one. I just outlined this shell with a gold chrome pen. Then I did this one. This one was done with Chameleon flakes. Let me see which one I used. This one here. Pink green chameleon flake. I burnished it into the shell, which means like pushed it really hard with my brush until it was completely flat. Then I took the same chameleon flake and I dripped it into the rest of the body. So I just like sprinkled it in. I didn't rub it with a brush. Poured the whole thing with black and that's what it came out like. So you could see all that different colors from there. And then I took a gold pen and went into the shell. And then this looks a little bit different, but it's the exact same things. All right. Next one, I have two more to show you. I took, and this one I was a little surprised about. These are actually two different mica powders, but they're very, very similar. The shell I painted on with fairy green, and you can see the color change. It goes from pink, greenish, yellowish. And then I'm like, I'm going to use the olive powder. This is a chameleon powder for the body. But when I unmolded it, I filled it all with black. The whole thing, it was one pour. Filled it all with black and the body came out so close to the shell. I was kind of surprised. I thought the body would have come out a little bit lighter, but it didn't. So the only thing that doesn't color change is the body, but the shell does. And then I have one more that Mr. Glitz made.
Mr. Glitz did something?
Here's his, of course. Who's surprised with the red, white, and blue? I said, do Valentine, and that's what I got. So he used fake sprinkles that were sent to him in Happy Mail. So these are all fake sprinkles. Poured the shell, and then we flipped it over, and he did an alcohol ink drip in red, blue, and white, and then poured it with clear. And that's what he got. So you don't see much, obviously, because it didn't work out, I think, like in his head. But the arms are kind of cool. You can see that in there. But the head turned out a little bit gray. So I took these rhinestones that go from blue to red, and I went around the entire
Let everybody know
entire
it's
shell
going on
thing.
eBay for $500.
So those are all the reveals. You will see these being made in upcoming videos in about 2 weeks. So if you're kind of wanting to see how they did that, those are them. I think that is it for the epoxy project. How am I doing on time? Probably pretty good. That means one thing. It is time to do the giveaway. And they are going to give away 2 sets of these molds. So each set gets 2 of these molds. Just like I have 2, you're going to get 2. So the way I do my giveaways, are you guys ready?
Hang on, I got a question for you first.
Okay.
Well, I lost it. Never mind.
If we miss questions, guys, just keep typing them in there so he can catch them. The way I do my giveaways, we're going to do it the same way I did the last one. So if you've been at all my lives, you know how to do them. If you're new to the live, I need to explain the rules. I'm going to say go. And when I say go, you need to type the word prize into the comment section. Just one time. You could type it as many times as you want. Between 15 and 30 seconds, or whenever Don decides to write winner in the comment section, the person above him and the person below him, that is strictly luck, is going to be the 2 winners for tonight. Don's going to take a screenshot with his phone of the 2 winners because everybody's chat looks different than ours. So there has been issues in the past. So we're going by what my computer is saying. And he's going to take the screenshot and then we'll announce the winners, tell you how to get a hold of us, and do that. So Barbara and Don, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, everybody, start typing prize, go. And in that, I will start prepping my table for the UV resin and get everything ready. Good luck to all of you guys. Wow, that was fast.
30 seconds.
That was 30 seconds.
Yep.
So take a picture of the winners, and we're going to do that. Let's see. Oh, what did I do with that? I wanted this stuff. This is the package. I'll just let him do that, and he'll let me know when he's ready. This is the cabochon mold package. So one of these will be given away. It comes with everything. I haven't even opened it because I already had one. What I didn't have on hand was enough of these. These come with the set, and these are your closed back bezels.
All right, want it?
Yeah. Okay. Let's see the winner.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Okay, the 2 winners that need to get a hold of me, JODENE Ecker and GA Granny 62. You guys are the winners of the turtle mold. What did I do with, here's my email address. So Jodine Ecker and GA Granny 62. What I need you to do, take a screenshot if you're on your phone, tablet, whatever. You can email me if you want to. It's just going to go through a second channel. You can email them because that's all I'm going to do with it anyway. help@letsresin.com, or if you feel more comfortable, glitznglitter@gmail.com. You're going to email me or them. Make sure your name is there, your address is there, and write in the turtle molds on January 24th. That way they know exactly who it's going to, and they will send them out immediately when they come in. They're 13 hours ahead of us, so they'll be in tomorrow night doing that for you. So congratulations. I'm so excited for you guys. I don't recognize those 2 names, so you guys might be new to the channel. I'm so glad you won. That or you don't comment a lot.
Somebody wants to know if Don's hair looks as good as those turtles.
I don't know. Does it? Did he get a haircut? Yeah, he got a haircut. These come in the package. This is how many you get. You get your squares, your hearts, your ovals, and your circles. What you don't get are larger ones for the larger section. So you're going to get 2 molds in this package. And I don't even think that they make cabochon mold for the larger ones, to be honest with you. Hang on a minute. Sorry about all the wrapping.
Yeah, the nails look nice there.
This is the larger one. The cabochon backings do not fit. This is the one that they do fit in. The one that they do not make is this teardrop one. So the bezels are for these 4 only. So that's the way it is. I don't know. I don't think anybody makes them. If I'm wrong, please let us know. I'm going to just set those aside because we're going to be using them because they looked really, really good when they're finished. What time is it?
It's 6:40.
Oh, we're doing really good, you guys. All right, so the first one I'm going to try to duplicate in this. I've made many of these, and I'll show you as we go. We're going to do a fun one first. Let's do a big one. And I think what I'm going to use is, where did I go? Where did it go? Let me find the other thing that I'm looking for. These are sprinkles from Walmart. That's it, the candy sprinkles. I am going to put these in a heart. These are sugar. These are like edible sprinkles that nobody's going to eat. And the way I did that, where's my UV? I got all my UV resins here. I've got the clear hard type, the high viscosity, which is the thick one, the black and the white. I've got my dual light here. Make sure your pins are lined up together. That way your top and your bottom light goes on. This is the shelf I'm talking about. Let's Resin sells a tempered glass one. We sell an acrylic one.
Amanda Byrne wants to know if you can do your Let's Resin lives on YouTube from now on instead of Amazon. It's easier.
Yeah, I understand the frustration. Trust me, I understand your frustration with it. However, I cannot. I have to do one on Amazon and one on my channel. So, yeah, I don't make the rules, guys. I'm just following them.
Mr. Glitz will make them.
They want their storefront to be noticed. That's why we do it on Amazon. That's where it's located. It's on their storefront. But we haven't had any problems lately since some changes.
Somebody wants you to do a project with sugar cubes.
Sugar cubes. That's interesting.
I said you could use me because I'm always sweet.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to take just a handful of these. And
that was Barbara's idea.
Oh, I'm going to put them in here. This is how I did one. I just filled it. And make sure they all go underneath. I don't know if they're all going to fit. Let me get them out of here. So I did several different styles for some reveals. Just playing around. And I think that's going to be level. So all I did was take the clear hard type. Now that they're in there. And I filled this almost up. Take a little tool of your choosing and mix it up. You can make keychains or bag purse tags or whatever you call them, charms. And these are larger, so they would be larger jewelry pendants.
Is a turtle mold listed in your store?
The turtle mold, it's not in my store. The turtle mold is by Let's Resin. It's listed in, everything is in the description box.
How much are you selling your resin restore for?
My resin restore is $25 a bottle.
Somebody just said they looked in there and there's... Okay.
Somebody is trying to sell the bottle that they purchased from me. I know there's a person on eBay who is asking more than I ask for the resin restore. Trust me, they don't have access to my product. They do not have more than one bottle. Because I am the only one with the packaging. I'm the only one with the formula. And don't get caught up in other people's... Make sure you're in my store if you want that stuff. I'm just filling this up to make sure everything's underneath. And then we'll cure it. And that's it for this one. I did one similar with a different sprinkle, so you'll be able to see 2 different kinds of sprinkles. Just pop it in the little shelf tray. I've been doing things for about 2 minutes, not much longer than that unless it's kind of opaque. Okay, there we go. Just turn it on. I don't need this anymore. I'm only going to do like one of each.
Amanda Halliburton wants to know if
That was a heart. Oh, I don't have a thing.
If Don could do a Let's Resin Live with the silicone molds.
Well, we just did a Let's Resin Live with silicone. It's already, if you go in my live section of my channel, it's already done. You don't even have to wait for us to do it because it's already finished. We have done a whole silicone series, made a mold on that live and everything. I just pulled out the flat back bale, and I'll show you the one that I did already. Here it is. This is with these sprinkles. All I did is the exact same thing, except this one I backed it in white. That one I did not. If there's room, maybe I will back it in white because I kind of like the backing taking up that space. So I'll put that one right there. I just use this white to do it. So let's...
Somebody, Tanya Walmsley, says there's a lady saying not to buy it as it's only cuticle oil.
Definitely not cuticle oil. And if they're in my chat, report them to me because I'm not going to have somebody bash something that they have no idea what it is. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that person because nobody knows what it is. I did not put cuticle oil in there.
Oh.
Never even tried cuticle oil.
Will the candy sprinkles degrade over time?
I don't know. That's one thing I don't know. I've been doing sprinkles for a couple years. I have sold pieces like this. Nobody's ever come back to me and told me that they did. So I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going to let this 2 minutes play out, and then I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to use some flowers. There we go. That's cured. I probably should have left it in there to put the white on, but I didn't. Oh, a lot of the little stuff got to the bottom.
We don't have an Etsy store.
We do not have an Etsy store, guys, so I don't know what people are talking about today. I'm going to put this on the back. I'm just going to back coat it, really. Just a little bit. Move it around with the little scribe. I usually always hold mine. You don't have to hold yours. I've just done it a long time. Sometimes I don't hold it level and it does spill, so.
No, this is it.
I'm going to hold it on under the light just for a few seconds until it hardens up and I can let go of it, and then we'll start the next one. The next one I'm going to use...
Where can you use the codes tonight, hon? On Amazon?
The codes are only good ever on Amazon. Let's Resin codes are never good on their website. It doesn't matter what channel you're watching. It's always Amazon. Okay, so that one should be good to let go. And the next one, let's do... I've got some charms here that I want to use inside of the mold. Let me just wipe that. It's got a little bit of resin on there.
Tell people that when they make a comment, I'm commenting under your name.
Yeah, Don is commenting with my sign-in, guys. It's not me commenting back to you.
Because it's too hard for me to go into their thing and try to answer them personally.
Let me just get a piece of tape here real quick, because I have some resin dots in there I don't want in there. And this stuff is so sticky. It's very hard to get off of my... So if you're cleaning up your mold, that's all you got to do. Just get some sticky tape, get the extra resin off. And then that white one should be good because I don't want to start pouring this one anyway until that light goes off. Because even the light from shining from the side is going to cure the resin that I'm actually pouring right now. Get all the sprinkles out of there. Okay, we're good. Shut that off. Let's see. And that is good. Let's see what it looks like under the white. Oh, that looks nicer. I like the white behind it. I wish there was more pink in there, but you can hand place them or do whatever you want. I just kind of threw them in there for the sake of that. And then all I do is take one of these flat back bales. This one's too big. Let's do this little one. And then I take a little E6000.
when doing bookmarks, what type of resin do you use? And do you coat both the front and the back?
Yeah, bookmarks I usually do front and back. You can use epoxy or UV resin. It just totally depends on how fast you want them done. I'll be doing bookmarks again very soon. Probably not February's live, but I know I will be doing them on March's live.
And just let everybody know, you only have an eBay store.
I only have an eBay store, you guys. I don't know why that's even a discussion tonight. That's all you do is glue it back on there and let that dry. So we'll let that dry up there. All right, so the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to put a charm, and then I'm going to back it with some flowers today. So since we're doing a Valentine theme, I'm going to do the heart, the key to your heart, right? So let's just, I'm going to put just a little bit, not a lot.
Does Lex Resin make the cabochon metal pieces?
Those came in the package. They don't make them, but they came in the package. You can buy them on Amazon if you need some more. I'm just stirring something in there. I was getting to get a bottle, but something was on my stick, so now I gotta mix it in. I'm not going to do anything but cure this layer. I just want that layer to be solid before we move on. It doesn't have to be completely solid. A little solid, and then I'm going to pull out my bonding resin.
Patricia Ritchie 5187 asked her question and tell her I'm sorry, I'm just not.
Patricia Ritchie, he's very sorry, but he's missing your question. If Barbara can catch it, that'd be great and tell you. We don't ignore people on purpose, guys. It just goes so fast.
Nice.
It goes.
Tell her to ask the question. I'll try to catch it.
Keep asking it. We'll try to get it. I'm just letting this one let it cure because I'm going to bond. I learned after the first one was off center that I can use the bonding resin. This is like a quicker curing UV resin. It's a smaller bottle because you only need a drop, and it adheres so much faster than this resin. So it comes with the bonding resin and the flashlight, and this one you just recharge with that USB port whenever it needs charged, which is not very often. That's probably good enough. I'm going to turn it off. I just want it solid enough so I can get my key in there. So this is going to be a few layers, but it's well worth it in the end. So I'm going to do the key like at an angle. Take this bonding resin. I'm just going to go right there in the center. I just need one little dot to hold it where I want it. And then cure that like 10 seconds. And then I'm going to put another clear layer on top of this one. And what that's doing is making sure that the flowers don't interfere with actually seeing the key after demolding it. So if I was going to put like a glitter or something or a powder right now, you're going to hide that whole key. So you want to make sure the key...
please, can you tell me how I get into the resin shop? Huh?
I'm not sure which resin shop.
That's Patricia Ritchie.
Patricia, I'm not sure which resin shop you're talking about. If you're trying to find the products, go in my description box, click on the appropriate link, and it will give you the actual discount code. Otherwise, just use the codes Barbara's giving you. But the links to everything are in my description box. Okay, what that's doing is just... Okay, so now I can't move it. Because what I was doing before, and you'll see in 2 weeks if you watch that video, I was pouring this over it right away without bonding it to it. And when I put it under the UV light, my piece had moved and it was off center. So I did not want that to happen. Let's just get that little bubble out of there. And then cure this one. Hang on 1 second. We'll get that cured. Then we're going to put a layer of flowers behind that. And then I'm going to put a layer of glitter behind that. So we have 2 more layers to go. Let me see. I'm going to do... I need some small flowers. I don't know if I pulled my small flowers out. I'm just going to have to use what I have here and here.
Can you explain the difference between the chambers used for bubbles and what a pressure chamber is?
Okay, a vacuum chamber pulls the bubbles out with the vacuum, And a pressure pot, you add air with an air compressor to the pot, and the pressure pot squeezes those bubbles so small they're invisible to the naked eye, so you don't see them. So it's two opposite ways of working. That's the only difference. But if you use a pressure pot, you got to leave it in there till it's cured. As soon as you release that valve, all those bubbles will come back. So you have to leave it under pressure 6 to 8 hours, or if it's deep pour, I think 12 to 24 hours. That way it's curing while those bubbles are squeezed, and then once it's cured, the bubbles obviously can't come back. All right, that's about ready. All I'm gonna do, I'm trying to see if I have more Valentine-y flowers, but we're gonna go with what I have here and see what it looks like. I'm gonna go with some. I wanted more yellow. Let me see if I have a yellow package. Sorry, guys. I got to walk away for just a second. Here's a little yellow.
Michelle,
Yellow
can you
and
do the
white.
Petri effect with UV resin?
No, you cannot do Petri effect with UV resin. No, it's not possible, guys. Not possible. I'm going to do... the ones I want stayed inside the package. Doesn't it figure? Let's pull this out. I'm going to get some yellow and white. So first of all, you want to be on a level surface, which I am not because I'm crowding my station here.
Has Let's Resin said anything about making a heat mat and leveling table all in one?
No, they have not said anything about a heat mat leveling in one. Not yet. But they do want your suggestions. Let me grab this.
I'll build it and sell it for $500.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a small yellow flower is what I'm trying to do because I want to do...
Is a mold release necessary?
Mold release?
For what you're doing?
No. No, I don't ever use mold release on my molds. I mean, you can. It'll last longer. Your molds will last longer with mold release. I actually use my mold release for my silicone to keep my silicone lasting longer after I'm storing it. I'm going to use one of these. Kind of break it here. I don't think make sure your yellow or whatever color is the right way. I'm going to do one there. And this I'm going to press it down just to release any kind of air that might be underneath it. Then I want some white. You don't have a lot of space in these things, so you got to be creative with your space. Oh, look at that. I can get them out. So I've got a little daisy here.
What kind of pressure pot do you use?
Mine is linked in the description for the exact one. And then I will do that right there. And I don't think I have anything else tiny yellow. So we're going to do... I don't want to do red because I want a red background. Do a little baby's breath right up there. And that fills up the whole thing.
GA Granny 62 hun, she was one of the winners.
Yep.
She says, can you all gift my win to someone else? I am unable.
Oh, okay.
Unable. Man, I wish there was a way of slowing these things down.
Well, I get it. So if you don't want the prizes, guys, don't enter for one.
Well, she says she can't get to her email.
Oh. Well, Really? You can't use somebody else's email? I want to give you every chance possible to claim your prize. Think about it until we do the next giveaway. And let me know for sure. Because I don't want to give it away to somebody. If you have access to somebody else's email, maybe.
Who?
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to put all this away. Because...
Are they still selling the Daniel Cooper resin?
Oh yeah, they're selling the Daniel Cooper resin.
Oh, but they won't put Mr. Glitz on a silicone.
They are selling that. Yep, I think it's even linked in the description. Maybe if I forgot that one, I will put it in there. I don't know if I put that one in there. No, I didn't put that one in there tonight because I'm not using it. I tried to put the stuff in there that I'm using tonight. Let me just get these out of the way and I'll worry about that later. So for the back coat, I'm going to do a glitter.
Have you seen the new pigment paste from Let's Resin, and is it more like paste?
It's definitely paste. I have them. I've used them in a video coming up already. They're beautiful colors, vibrant colors. I'm trying to think, where did I put them? I want to show them to you. Here they are. This is their brand new pigment paste. You get 8 colors. I used a couple of them. This one was gorgeous, cyan. They have darker blue. This is like a sapphire. It's beautiful. Of course, your white and your black. You've got a red and green that's perfect for the holidays. There's your red and your green. And then you've got your yellow and your orange. They're very vibrant. Very vibrant. They are paste. Yes, absolute paste. So those are those. Those are new. And you will see those coming up in a little while. Not too long. I want to back coat this with glitter. That's ready to go. So all I do to make my own glitter mix, pour a little bit in one of these little silicone pots. I'm going to take my glitter. This is red wine. I'm just going to dump a little bit in there and mix it up.
Can you use mica powders in the white and black UV, or will they not cure?
Ooh, I've never tried that.
Maybe you should try one tonight.
Why would you want to do that though? What would be the purpose to color it? Because you could color the clear one, the actual color you want. If you're going to color the red and the black, it's not going to come out the same color you're thinking. I'm just going to dump this on the back. And while it cures, I will show you one that is similar with different flowers. Just make sure it goes to the edge.
E7000?
And one more
Can you just
drop.
say E7000, it's fine?
E7000 is fine.
Just Sonia.
Somebody's telling me to say, Sonia, E7000 is fine. I don't know what the question is, but I'm sure it's fine. E7000 is a good glue. Just going to cure this. That's it. If you have bubbles, pop them with a lighter or something. I haven't had any yet. And then if you want to get this clean, I'm just going to pop that under my light. And the one that is similar to that, a little different, is this one.
How do you determine whether to use the bubbler or the pressure vacuum? Pressure pot.
I determine by the mold. The mold tells me what it needs. Like if you're doing a very intricate faceted mold, I would use a pressure pot. If it's just a normal everyday mold, just use a vacuum chamber. This was done with the same technique, a different charm, the yellow and the white, and then I used firefly glitter on the back of that, and then I glued it to a bezel, a closed back bezel. So that is really similar to the one that we just did. I thought that one was really pretty.
Can you use pigment paste in mix to mold? And the colors still look bright.
No, they won't look bright. They make coloring for mix to mold stuff that does stay bright, but I don't think they're going to stay. Mix to mold cures white, so everything is going to be muted if you're just using your own kind of colors. But they do make specific colors for that stuff. I just test this. See, it's going to take a little bit longer because of the glitter. So, this is another one that is similar. I backed this one. This is the same kind of key. I used the pink in the red flowers, some black flowers, and then I back coated it in white instead of glitter. So that one's really pretty too. I'll put these, let's see, I'll put them here so you can
look at them. Are the black and white paste in the kit the same as the original black and white paste?
I don't think so. These are not as solid, if that's the right word. They're not as pasty as the black and white in the kit.
That question's from my snake woman.
From your snake woman?
Yeah, reptiles and resin.
Oh. No, these pastes are not as thick as they are in the ocean white and the black epoxy. It's a little bit different, a little bit easier to squeeze out. Let's see. I want to do one with a film. Let me grab the film that I want to use. I thought I had it sitting here. Yes, I do.
Resin paste in EcoPores?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, I haven't heard of it not working. I haven't done it myself. Oops, I need that open. We're going to use this Dichroic film, and I will show you the difference of this backed in white and backed in black. How are we doing on time? I don't want to keep them forever tonight.
It's 7.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. I have done this for you to see. One backed in black, one backed in white. I'm going to back this one in black on the example here. And then I will show you what a huge difference it is if you back your piece in white with the Dichroic films.
Will Petri work in a curing machine, or do you need to wait like normal sacred spacecrafts?
No, Petri you have to wait. You don't want to mess that whole effect going on. So actually I did Petri's today. You'll see it in 2 weeks. And
somebody says they're using your name in Etsy.
I'm sure they're using my name all over the place, you guys. That's why you have to be careful who you're They have a whole Facebook group, you guys, with my name. Everybody in that group thinks that's my group. It's not my group. Make sure you're in the right Facebook group, because I will never be in that group answering questions. They use the word and I use the symbol and for the Facebook group. So be careful on which Facebook group you're in, because most likely there's like 1,000 people in there that think they're in my group and they're not. People are using my name all over the place. It's ridiculous. Okay, that one's done. You ready to see it? And we're going to use this as a template. Look at how pretty that is. That is so cute. It's so similar to this one. It's just a different glitter. This is a fine glitter and this is a chunky glitter. Oh, I love it. But before I put a bezel on the back of that, I want to cut out a template of this. I need a pen, hun.
Wow,
Give me a
what are you throwing stuff at me for?
I need a pen. Here's. Sorry. I just knocked
Ow!
it. I want to do this. So in order to get it right, I want to trace the shape of the heart. Of course, my pen doesn't like to work on these things. And I'm going to cut one out. I'm not going to do it twice because I've already done it twice for black and white, and I don't want to keep you here all night for the same thing. So we'll do one of them, and it is so pretty.
Yeah, I just looked at
Either way.
like 15 of you on there.
Yeah, guys, you got to be careful wherever you're buying. I don't understand why people are trying to use my name. I'm honestly not that popular of a person, so I don't get what.
Because you have lovely hair.
Well, yes, I have lovely hair. I don't get why they're trying to copy. I don't get what they're getting out of it because they don't have what I have, so I don't know what they're doing. Either way, I digress. I'm going to cut on the inside of the line because I traced on the outside of the heart. And then I'm going to dry fit it and make sure it fits properly. Because if it doesn't fit right, you will notice it from the back. The back coat will show you that it's not completely covered. Doesn't have to be perfect, but close would be good. Since we're on a Valentine theme kick, we're going to continue with the heart. Oh, that one's pretty close, but I just need to trim it a little bit. Trim one side. And I think I'll use a charm on the inside of this one. Come on, I think this should be good though. I got my ceiling fan on. All right, let me get my table here. It's just easier to move when you do that, when you put it on your shelf. I'm going to fill this up basically most of the way. I say 3/4 of the way with clear. You only need a small coat left to do the film and a small coat left to do the black or the white or the color. You could put a color behind it if you want to. I'm going to go with black today. So we're just going to get that cured real quick. This is going to go under, I'll show you, you know what I'll do? I'll show you what it looks like under white right now while we're waiting. This is what it looks like under white. Isn't it pretty? So like the color of the film that you're looking at from like up here, or what you could do is put it on a white paper towel or something. That's the color you're going to get if you back it in white, right? That's what we got backed in white, and I put that charm. Oh, I forgot the charm in there, you guys. So we're just going to do it without the charm. Totally forgot the charm. I'm talking too much. So that one's really pretty too. I love opal. If you know me at all, you know I love opal. Now, if you want to know what it's going to look like in black, put it on a black background, and you'll see how shiny. But it looks better than this that it's showing you in the camera under black. And I will show you that one after. The one I'm going to show you has a charm in it. Totally forgot the charm in this one, but it doesn't matter.
Can you use glitter with the new Let's Resin paste?
You wouldn't see glitter inside of a paste. Not that I know of. I've not tried it, but typically a paste will hide anything that you're trying to shimmer through. That's cured enough to continue because it's going to keep curing from the bottom and the top. So now all I'm going to do is put the thinnest layer. Remember, I want another back coat. Put this in there. Either side, doesn't matter. Make sure your like pen marks are off of it though. I'm going to squish it down in there, even if the resin comes up and over, because you really want to get any bubbles out that are in there.
If I make
Whoops.
Wait, what? Resin? If I make resin paste? If I make resin paste, how long will it stay in a jar?
I've made pigment paste myself a couple years ago, and I'm still using it today. So it's really no different than any pigment paste that you're buying because they're doing the same thing you're doing, just on a grander scale. So yeah, you get it in a good sealed jar. It's not going to do anything. You just have to mix it like you have to mix any pigment paste before you use it. That's all. After that, we're going to put black on the back, cure that one, and I will do one last one to show you how I used Chameleon powders. And I think I will use an intense color today. This was fairy green. Let's use, you know I like blue, right? This is deep blue. This is Galaxy. I can't remember the color of Galaxy. Come on, I know you're open. Maybe I'll use Galaxy. Let me try to get this open. Oh yeah, that's pretty. We're going to use Galaxy. I'll do one more. And then that person who won that prize, please let us know if you are going to give it away. And I'll have to do it on the next giveaway coming up pretty soon. That was what, GA Granny or something? GA. Yeah. That is pretty cured, you guys. It's good enough to keep going. Now you just take your black. You can make your own black. You can use alcohol inks if you want to, if you don't want to buy the black. But this is so convenient, and it's nice and opaque. And you know it's going to cure because they made it. They made it to cure. You still can't do like super duper deep layers of it. I'm going to put one more drop in there just to bring it up a little bit more. And we'll do one that's not heart-shaped. How's that? What is that in there? Is that a bubble?
Do you know why Let's Resin UV resin jewelry pieces stay sticky?
Mine don't stay sticky. If I was you, check your light. It could be your light. Why won't that come out? It's driving me crazy. Your light has to be strong enough. Some lights do eventually wear over time. Oh gosh, it's just going to stay there. It's the back anyway. I don't know what that is. The other thing you can do is wash it with soapy water after you demold it. I've done that before because other brands generally I have that problem with. But I don't have that problem with Let's Resin brand. Mine's are not sticky. To clean these out, all you do is peel it out, grab a piece of tape, and clean it. Really easy. Let's see. I'll do one that actually has a bezel that we can use so you can see so far. I didn't plan on doing these big ones all night, but that's just what happened.
Somebody made a comment, hon, that they might have to go because their electric was going to go off.
Oh, no.
And I said, tell the electric it's not allowed to shut off until Glitz said so.
Oh.
And then somebody said, you have to call Mother Nature. So I said, I'm calling. I said, no, Don, don't call me now. I'm watching your show.
I'm glad y'all are having a good time when I'm over here working. That one's going to take a little extra time because of the black. Let's see. I'm going to do a small one. And I want to put a charm in it. So let's do, we'll do a silver charm. And I just pick out any charm. And the little hook thing there, clip it off. Otherwise, it will look like a charm. And then if it's still kind of like jagged on there, I just take my file. I'm not going to do it over my mold, but I'm just going to file that little piece down so it's not so noticeable. That's all. We'll do, let's stick with the heart theme. As soon as this one's done, I don't want to pour it while this one is still curing. I'm going to turn that on.
Granny's making a new email.
Okay.
So tell her to make sure she emails.
Okay, GA Granny, make sure you email me as soon as you're ready. Let's do this one. So this one, we're going to use a charm. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to use the lower light. I want to cure that first. It's on the lower portion so my black can continue. We're going to get that set, then we're going to get the charm set, and then we're going to put the powder on that. But we don't want to set it very long because we want the UV to actually be sticky to hold that powder. Here's an example of one that we're going to do right now. And this has one of the color. I don't remember what color. I don't remember. One of these colors. And this is the Chameleon behind it. Same thing. And then it's set in the closed back bezel. So there's that one. I have several more to show you. But we'll wait.
Hang on one second.
We'll wait.
Hang on one second.
Let me see this.
And Carrie7923 says, hi, Michelle. You are my inspiration. I love you guys both. I live in Deltona, and it's because of you I started doing resin, and I love it so much.
Thank you, Carrie. I love comments like that. That means I'm doing my job. All right, Deltona. That's not too far from us. This is good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. This is a double-sided pendant. It doesn't matter which side you go down. This is the one I had a problem with moving earlier. So I definitely want to use my bonding resin to get it in place.
What does Sinker White do?
Sinker White does exactly what it's named. It's going to make your colors really heavy. It's basically used for the cloud effect and the Petri effect. And it's going to drop your alcohol inks down into the resin so it looks like spores coming down from above. It's really cool. If you haven't seen the Petri or the cloud effect, I love it. I just did it a couple times. I just finished a video today You're not going to want to miss that video. It's very eye-opening. So that one's going out on the 6th of February. Do not miss that video. If you like the Petrie and the cloud effect both, you are not going to want to miss that. Let me make sure it's not going to move. Nope. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm literally going to cure it for less than a minute. Let me get this bubble out of here. Might have a bubble in the front just because I don't want to fight with it too long, keeping you guys.
Do they have other?
This one's good. We're going to get that one out here, but I need my tray. This one, let's cure.
Do they have other colors for the sinker, or can you?
No, there's no other colors.
Can you color the sinker white?
Yeah, you can color the sinker. Actually, if you use their new pastels in their 64 kit, they're almost acting like a sinker. You could probably use those. Those are pastel. This is going to be very quick. I'm definitely not going to let it. That's it. That's all I want it to do. Like literally 30 seconds, if that. Get yourself a brush. Let me open this completely. I have a brush sitting here.
Is Daniel Cooper back on? Somebody says they've been watching his lives.
No, I haven't seen Daniel Cooper on for several months now. So maybe you're watching some old ones. Just brush your powder of choice on the back because it's sticky right now. And then to get the full effect, you're going to want to back coat it in black, which is what I will do. That's it. And this will be the last one for the evening, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself. This is going to take about 3 minutes to cure, maybe. We'll do our other giveaway. Whoops. And I still have to unmold the other heart. So if you press the button twice, that's 3 minutes. If you press it 3 times, it's 5 minutes. You ready to see this one? Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This one has all the colors of the rainbow. Depending on how you turn it, it's got the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, and the blue, and the violet. It is so pretty under black. Remember, this is the white. Same exact foil, Dichroic film.
It's so adorable.
And this is black. Isn't it amazing? And this is the one I had done prior to with it. So I have the charm that I meant to put in this one. And you can see all those colors just dancing around because it's being reflected off of that clear dome that we poured first. And it fits right onto the back of it. It is so beautiful. That is those. Just put yourself a hook on there. There's all different kinds of papers in hers.
A and B epoxy. You don't have to use Daniel Cooper's, right?
For what?
To do those?
To do what I'm doing today?
Yeah.
You can use epoxy. You're going to have to wait the time it takes to... This isn't Daniel Cooper's epoxy, guys. This is UV resin. You can use regular epoxy for this, but the wait time will be astronomical. Let me show you a few of the other things that I'm not going to be able to get to today. This was a charm embedded in the clear and backed with their opal glitter, which comes in this kit. They have 12 color opal glitter kit. I usually use these on every live, and I didn't do it today, but they have all these different colors. They're gorgeous, and I'll show you. This is one with the glitter with nothing in front of it.
Would you suggest resin or E6000 whole bezel?
You could do either resin or E6000. Resin is probably more permanent. This one is a charm embedded in clear, backed in crushed crystal. That's all that is in the back. This was just some extras I had left from the crushed crystal and the firefly glitter. I just threw it in that pendant mold. And all I have left is this one to unmold. I'm going to take my gloves off because my hands are sweating.
What?
and see how this one is coming along.
684 on.
This one is about done. Are you ready? Oh yeah, that's done. Didn't need the full 3 minutes. Here we go, guys. Last one. There it is. So look at that chameleon powder in the background. Can you see the color shifting, hopefully, in the camera?
Yep.
Isn't that pretty? It is so cool. There are so many different chameleon colors you could pick for the backs of these things. You don't even have to put the charm in. You could just put that in and get that cool effect. And then just put your flat back bales on. This one we could put into here. Just like that. I'll just use my E6000. You could use resin in here if you want to. That would probably be more permanent. You can't use UV resin in there. But you can use regular epoxy if you have it. Or even 5-minute epoxy. But I just use this because it's very strong. And just place it right in the bezel. And it's not sticky at all. Mine never come out sticky, so I'm not quite sure what the problems are you're having. But I can probably guess it's the light.
Somebody be subscribed on them.
Oh, thank you guys. Channel members.
Can your resin restore fix scratches on cars?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think so. I have never tried it.
Sacred Spacecraft's mentored for 15 months.
Thank you guys. All right, let's do the last giveaway. So she's keeping her prize. We're going to give away one set of the bezels. So you'll get the 2 bezel molds and the flat back bezels. Or the closed back. I always mix that up. So, you guys ready, hun?
I'm ready.
Barbara, Dawn, ready?
Yep, whenever you say go.
Okay, I'm going to say go. Start typing in the word prize. When he decides he wants to type in winner, it's going to be the person below. The winner actually is going to be the winner. So we don't have 2 to give away. We only have 1 to give away.
You already say go?
Yeah, I already said go. He wasn't listening. He told me he was ready, and then he doesn't
I am
listen.
ready. All right.
Okay, he said he's done.
Got it. Whoa, oh, oh.
So the only thing I have to do tomorrow or whenever is fill this one in. It's already getting pretty thick. I could probably fill it right now, and that was just normal epoxy. It's soft, but I'm going to let it cure all the way. And that's all I have to show you, you guys. Unless you have any questions for me today, let me get the winner on the screen, and then I will pop on to say goodbye.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, the person underneath. Uh-oh, we don't know who this name is. 706-657-5219. That is the winner of the bezel kit. 706-657-5219. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let me get you the, here's the emails. help@letsresin.com or glitznglitter@gmail.com. Name, address, the prize you won, which is the cabochon set. The date you won it is January 24th. Okay, guys, this is a good example. So on my Facebook group.
Tell them they could stop typing prize.
You could stop typing prize. I know there's a delay, though, but you could stop. My Facebook group is typed out like this. glitz_glitter Michelle by Michelle. The fake Facebook group says glitz, the word and glitter by Michelle. That's the fake one. You might want to leave that one if that's the one and you're in, and go to the correct one if you ever want me to see anything. I'm not going to see it if you're in the fake one, the knockoff. Apparently, there's people selling under my name in Etsy. There's people selling under my name in eBay. So make sure you're under my storefront. If you're ever not sure, go into any video description box of mine. The link to my eBay store is in there. I don't have Etsy, never did have Etsy.
What's your eBay, hon?
Well, my eBay is linked in the description box. That's what I'm trying to tell them. To get to the actual store, it's glitznglitter by Michelle with the N apostrophe. Don't type out the word and. That's not me. So I don't know. I hope you're not getting scammed by people because that's not me. Let me flip around the camera. I want to say goodbye. And thank you for coming in. Whoops. I knocked this over earlier.
Hey, Barbara.
I hope you guys liked everything. Don's going to come in and say goodbye. Hi, Nina. Hi, GA Granny. Hope you've got your email set up. Hi, Denise. Charlotte. Bite Me 62. Leslie Fitzgerald. Joy. It's
Hi, wonderful
Joy.
peoples.
Hi, Dawn and Heather Lee.
Look
and
at her
Mary
hair.
B. Fat Luck Creations, 15 months of membership. Thank you so much. You guys, I don't ever talk about my memberships very often. I just assume you guys know what memberships are. Most channels do have memberships, and you get perks for being a member. And mine started at $1.99. All of my members, no matter what level you're on, you all get the same thing. I don't discriminate because you can't afford more than $1.99. I think there's a $4.99, a $7.99, something like that. There's 3 levels. The only other tiers are if you have the extra money to support the channel, to buying us products, things like that. But if you don't, you all get the exact same perks. And one of those, the biggest perk that I show is my members. As you know, I'm 2 weeks ahead of you. So like the video I videotaped today is going out on February 6th. That's how far ahead I am of you. All of those things that I've already made that you have not seen on my channel, the members only section get to see every project that I've been working on as the days go by. So like tonight, I will be posting pictures to the members only of what I worked on this afternoon. Because I still do videos on my live days.
I need to become a member.
Whole thing. Yeah, you do. You're not a member.
Can I borrow $1?
So that's what my memberships get you. And if I ever come out with mystery boxes again, I haven't done it for a while just because our eBay store has gotten so big, I don't have a lot of time. I used to do mystery boxes. Our members only group, they would get notified first that the boxes were ready. Generally, they would all sell out prior to, because I was only able to do 50 at a time. And I have a lot of members. So members get a lot of perks. They get, sometimes we do behind the scenes videos, not very often, so you're not missing out on a lot of that. I don't do full videos for the members only because I don't have time to do that. But you do get to see all my stuff.
Fabulous.
Don, your hair looks fabulous,
I know,
Brenda
that's
said. KK who won? You'll have to rewind because
Come and say hi. Look who joined us.
yeah.
My little boy. My little boy's tired.
So you'll have to rewind to see the winners, but the winners were announced in this video. The winners know who they are, and they need to email me. Get rid of this on my screen.
Sorry if I didn't get to all your questions. It literally goes by like this. It's like trying to...
You guys can see how fast the chat goes. We don't slow it down because we want to make sure that everybody's getting in, because once we shut it off, it'll keep going. So they're saying hi, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Yeah, I'm about to respond here.
Anthony has an order to fill that he has not done yet.
What?
I'm just reminding you.
I forgot about that.
You got an order to fill. So that's it for tonight, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the normal time. What's tomorrow? Sunday?
Sunday.
Live chat tomorrow, guys. Every single Sunday at 6 o'clock. I'm not a live video, but I'm chatting with you live. So real time, 6 o'clock till whenever the video's over.
And like
for
we
the
said
first
before
premiere.
1,000 times, we're only what we are because of you guys. You guys have built us and made us. I mean, my hair helps a lot. But
you're not going to want to miss an upcoming video. Trust me on this one. Don had some...
Nope.
Nope.
Don't tell.
I'm not going to tell him.
Okay.
He had some heavy glue that he utilized. And Lauren knows what it is because she sent it. But if you'd all know that Don got into the Urban Dictionary,
I'm in the dictionary.
he decided
Glitz
to
effect.
call himself...
Who was that to put me in there? I forgot who it was.
Emily is the one who told me about it, and Emily is the one who got him in there.
Emily,
So
I love you.
thank you, Emily. I don't know if she's in here or not today. I think she could be.
I haven't really told anybody that I'm in the dictionary
In
yet.
fact, Emily sent me Happy Mail today. I will open it up tomorrow.
I think I told everybody.
You won't
I
see
know.
it for 2 weeks. Denise sent me a ton. Look at this box, you guys. I'm going to open it. You'll see it in 2 weeks. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is all into resin molds. Chock full of into resin molds that Denise has sent to me.
Cool.
So we're going to do all of these molds, and then I'm going to return the molds to her.
Somebody
so she
says
was
they have a relative that has pot-bellied piglets, and they're going to send me one.
no. She was gracious enough. She's not pouring right now. I don't know why. She doesn't feel like pouring. So she ordered all these into resin molds. She's like, you can use them all until you're done. I'm like, okay. So we're going to do a massive into resin mold thing. I'm probably going to start that tomorrow, which is February 7th for you. So we're going to have fun with that. Thank you, Denise. I know you're watching. You're amazing.
And I know you guys all had some bad weather up north. We had horrible weather here. It was like 85, and we had, what, 4 to 5 inches of sand?
Sunshine.
I had to empty my shoes out twice today.
It was cold for the past week, though. We got down in the 50s. It was quite cold here for Florida. So
I got down in the 30s a couple days.
I have not seen the little polar bear mold. No. Stop, Don. Oh, that was Barbara. So if you guys are going to shop with the Let's Resin, use those codes Barbara was giving. Resin Molds and Resin Day, I think, were they. They're good for like 3 or 4 days. After that, go back to the normal codes. If you ever need to know what my codes are, they're always listed in the description box. Like, it's a plethora of information I put in every day. So make sure you utilize it. The links I put in there take you to the place where the codes are actually good. You can't just go like to the Let's Resin website and expect the code to work. You got to use the link to get to the right place in order to use the discount codes. And I always link the code, or I always put the code for every single product that has one.
And if you think you're looking at our eBay or
Of course
Facebook,
I'm going to unbox on camera. Denise, everybody wants to see those.
and you're not sure if it's us, you have our email. Email us and talk to us. Ask Michelle if that's us or if that's somebody that...
Yeah, don't get
wants
scammed,
to be
guys.
like her.
I did not realize there's so many knockoffs.
Well,
I mean, it's
you know
ridiculous.
What? You just got to look at it this way. People want to be like you.
Oh, that's stupid.
They
Be
want hair
yourself.
like me, but they want
Be
to be like
yourself, you guys. If you have channels out there, do your thing. Be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else. It's not going to work.
Yep.
You got to have your own thing going. That's it.
See, now I got a job to do. I'm going to go on all those other channels and make some comments to them.
We went shopping yesterday at this wood place. My friend Alan, I asked you all to, you guys, please subscribe to Alan. I think it's Kecker the Clay Whisperer. He does river tables that are stunning. He has a trick I want to know so badly. He will not tell me. He
That's 'cause he's
said
being stingy.
he is the only one I've known that can do a waterfall in resin on these river tables. He's willing to give out that technique.
For a price.
He's on YouTube, obviously. He wants his first 1,000 subscribers, which I don't blame him one bit at all.
He does really nice work.
I want to see that river table. I want to see how he does the waterfalls. So we actually went shopping with him yesterday at this new place that sells all these wood slabs. We got these massive wood slabs. They're beautiful. What kind of rosewood?
Mahogany.
Cuban mahogany.
Cuban mahogany.
Rosewood. So we're going to have a couple of these huge, gorgeous river tables coming up. So please go to Alan's site or channel, subscribe to him, get him to his 1,000 so he can give us the secrets to his waterfalls. We were at his house yesterday, and man, they're so nice. He does an amazing job, self-taught. But I'm gonna try to copy him in his technique this time for the waterfall. So he helped us pick out some wood yesterday.
Give a big thank you to Barbara for doing what she did tonight.
Yep, we love Barbara. She does an amazing job.
I taught her everything she knows.
Couldn't do this without her.
Her comment will be coming up here in a second.
It's right there. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I got dogs who want to get walked and fed. They have not been fed yet either. I thank you guys so much. We love every one of you, and we can't wait to chat with you tomorrow on the live chat. So have a blessed night, everybody.
Wait, Panda wants to say hi.
Panda wants to say hi.
Say hi. Say hi to the people, Panda.
He just wants his treat, that's all.
Say, people, we love you. There you are.
All right, guys, you have a blessed night. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you're there. Bye.
Bye, guys.